Right before we jump into this video, hold on one second. I'm down here picking up the pieces of my broken lens and I almost cut myself. Have you downloaded My Gear Vault yet? It's the best way to input, organize, and protect your gear. You can also get insurance through it. Just in case you break your lens or somebody steals it, go check out My Gear Vault. It's free for iOS and Android at mygearvault.com. Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and this is a review, unboxing, and sniff test of the Fuji 16-55mm 2.8R LM. LM stands for linear motor, and it is a WR lens. Now that's for the weather resistance, but what it's missing is OIS. Some of the other lenses have OIS for optical image stabilization, but this one does not. Now, if you're wondering what the 35mm equivalent of this lens would be, it would be a 24 to 82.5. Now, most 24 to 70s don't go to 82.5. Get it? This one does more, but this is for a cropped sensor camera. I tested this lens out on the Fuji X-H1. Now let's unbox it, sniff it, and talk about the pictures that I took. Oh yeah, again it comes with a shaker. Man, Fuji knows what they're doing. Just don't eat these beads. This is not for your drinks. It wouldn't go over too well. Paperwork, a bag, more paperwork. Get out of here, paperwork. Nobody wants you. You are unwantable. More plastic, cardboard, stuff, box. Lens cap. Here's your lens cap. Oh God, this plastic, it reminds me of opening something. Ah, it smells like blue sky. You ever smell what blue sky smells like? Just stick your head out the window right now and be like, that's right, that's blue sky, whatever that smells like. Now, what you realize about this lens is that it's smaller and lighter than what you would get with a full frame lens. Again, this is meant for the crop sensor bodies of the Fuji X series. It has a nice zoom range and a nice zoom ring right here, which allows you to get from 16 to 55 with a quick twist of your fingers. You've got your focus ring all the way out here at the end, and you have a 77mm lens cap and filter thread on the front, which is equivalent to some of the 24 to 70 older lenses from the Nikons and Canons. They've moved up to the 82mm ones for some of their other bodies. Now, one thing I don't like about this lens, but some of you may who shoot Fuji, is the aperture ring right on the lens. That was really cool back in the day when I started shooting, because actually it wasn't cool, it was all that we had, because until my F5 came out, I couldn't control that digitally with the camera. Now you can still control this digitally by putting it in the A mode. Then you can have full control of that with a finger on the front dial of your camera, and you can change the aperture that way. I just don't like the possibility of accidentally turning this aperture ring and ruining your shot, or giving you one more thing that you have to worry about when you're shooting. This is a $1,049 lens, which is a hell of a lot less expensive than the full frame brethren. Now, who's this lens for? If you're looking for the Hebrew Trinity on a Fuji system, this is going to be one of those lenses. It's going to fit in a perfect area to give you that nice wide to zoom range, 24mm to 82mm1/2. Yeah, 82mm1/2 or 82.5mm. This is going to be good for group shots. It's not really meant to be a portrait lens. Now, the reason I say that is your 70 to 200 equivalent is a better option for that. You could shoot portraits all the way out at 82.5. You'll probably get good results, but take a look at this elephant at the widest 16mm. That looks good, lines look straight, colors are nice and punchy, sharpness is really good, autofocus is fine, even though the elephant's not moving because it's not real. But when you zoom in all the way out to your 55, just look at the trees in the background. This is shot at 2.8, yet there's not a lot of bokeh or compression going on back there, so keep that in mind if you're looking for that type of feature in your lenses. Now, to give you another example of what it looks like at the widest, here is the widest with the flamingos. And then I zoomed in, and this is all the way out at 55 with the flamingos. So you can see you get a nice zoom range. Now, I took this out to the skate park so I could shoot some action. The autofocus worked fine. The colors, punchy, sharpness right on. I'm happy with the results that I got from this lens. Is it a big deal that it doesn't have the optical image stabilization in it? Not really, unless your camera body doesn't offer that, but the X-H1 does. Here's with it off, and here's with it on in the X-H1. Now, of course, it doesn't matter if your camera doesn't have the stabilization in there because that's what it's going to look like. It may be a little more shaky. If you shoot wider, it's a little easier to handhold. Not sure why they didn't put the OIS in here, but they put it in their 70-200. They also put it in their 10-24, which is kind of odd for a wider lens. As always, I shot the brick wall across the street at 16mm at 2.8 as well as f8, and then zoomed all the way out to 55 to get it at 2.8 as well as f8. And you can download those images as well as the other images from the zoo and the skate park at the link on the screen. Have fun with those RAW files, take a look at the images, decide for yourself whether this meets the needs for what you're looking for. And that's basically it. I'm pretty happy with the results that I got from this lens. It feels good, it's sharp, it's fast focusing, it's a hell of a lot lighter than my 24-70 from Nikon, and I think it's a great option, being that it's one of the only options you can get for the highest level lenses on your Fuji X series bodies. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it. To check out another review, go ahead and click on the screen right now. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't want to forget that subscribe. That's it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.